Welcome live here to Racing Hotspot Weekend Roundup. I am your host, Devin Poslusny. Dave Poslusny will be with us shortly, but we're going to do the most of the show without him. This way he can just come right in. So let's look at our show lineup here. We have Motorsports in 60. We'll talk about Indy, the car. Then we'll talk about NASCAR, the Points Championship, and the final lap. So let's get right into things. Motorsports in 60. 60 seconds starts now. NASCAR Camping World Truck Series raced in Michigan on Saturday afternoon. Here's your top five. Finishing fifth was Kyle Busch. Tyler Malsom finished fourth. Ron Hornaday Jr. finished third. Matt Crafton finished second. And Johnny Sauter won the race. The Toyota dominance restarts here. The NASCAR Nationwide Series raced at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course on Saturday afternoon. Here's your top five. Finishing fifth, Alex Tagliani. Chase Elliott finished fourth. Brian Scott finished third. Regan Smith finished second. And Chris Buescher won that race. That was the first win for Chris Buescher. Well, first Nationwide Series win, I should say. 10 seconds left. We're going to go over the IndyCar review. And then, by then, we should have Dave back. We should have Dave on here. So that 60 seconds is over. IndyCar raced the ABC Supply Wisconsin 250 today at the Milwaukee Mile. Here's your top five. Finishing fifth, Joseph Newgarden. Scott Dixon finished fourth. Tony Kanaan finished third. Juan Pablo Montoya finished second, and Will Power won the race. I was following the race online. That was probably that. Besides the Indianapolis 500, it was probably the longest race out of the entire schedule because most road courses were only like 90 laps or so, but this was 250. Alright, so now on to the NASCAR review. We'll give you a top five and then we'll try to get Dave on. Finishing fifth was Dale Earnhardt Jr. Paul Menard finished fourth. Joey Logano finished third. Kevin Harvick finished second. And Jeff Gordon got his second win of the year, I believe, in the Pure Michigan 400. It was a good race overall. Danica Patrick was taken out early due to a restart wreck. Kyle Busch was out on lap 3. Kyle Larson had a front right tire go out and hit the wall. A lot of, toward the end of the race, it was a caution fever. So, yeah, so we have 3 minutes left as we go to the where we're supposed to be at a break, but I'm surprised that went so quick. Quick little thing, we're in Florida still, as you can tell, and we're coming to the end of Racing Hotspot Week in Florida, or Racing Hotspot Week in Florida. We've had some great things. We've had inside access to Daytona. We've had last night we went to a Legends car event. After that, we did a lot of events and stuff like that. I'm gonna text Dave. But it's coming up in the next 2 days. We're gonna have a couple things. We're gonna have go-kart racing. Me and my grandfather, not cameraman, grandfather in Florida, and I are gonna have a go-kart race. We're gonna have our GoPros on the karts. And also, we're thinking about maybe going to Sebring International Raceway to get inside access of that track, but I'm not entirely sure yet. Hold on, go on air. We'll bring you right on the air. Just letting him know to be ready when we give him a call. So, now let's go over here to Google Hangouts, and we're going to invite Dave to try to get a hold of us. Hold on one second, guys. Hello?
Hello?
And there is the man of the hour, the guest co-host of Racing Hotspot. Oh no, co-host of Racing Hotspot, Dave Poslusny.
What's going on?
Everybody, long time no see for Dave. We're trying Google Hangouts now, not Skype. So we just went over the top.
Buddy.
What?
It's only been 2 weeks.
Still, we missed you. Um,
I have a problem here. I need a little technical resolution from you. This appears to be going through my phone and my computer. What do I do? Turn off the phone?
well, we have you on the computer. I'm not sure on your phone. If you want to turn off your phone, you can do that, but...
Alright, I think I cleared it. I'm not really sure. We'll have to go from there.
Alright, well, we were just talking about the, really, we're just talking about the NASCAR review. We went over the top 5. Whoops. We just got rid of you. So now, we'll go over some of your notes, and then we'll, have a commercial break and go to, what's that?
I said I'm really big. I can actually see myself on the corner of my screen.
First time using Google Hangouts, everybody, and he's like, ooh! Go over your notes here. The NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, you had qualifying format is silly. Would you like to elaborate on that a little bit?
Without doubt. Seriously though, the whole waiting until the last minute thing, you do realize, actually I'm not even sure if you do realize, but the pole sitter for the truck race this weekend was settled because he was the only one who made it across the line in time. So he didn't even have to qualify.
Wow.
They waited so long in the pit. Are you familiar? You gotta be. You familiar with what I'm referring to with this whole qualifying thing?
Yep.
Where everybody waits and nobody wants to go out alone, and they all sit there and sit there and sit there. Qualifying, you might as well just take it off Fox 1 and put it on Fox 2 because, quite frankly, it's a waste of time to watch. You're sitting there staring at a bunch of vehicles sitting in the pit, all waiting to go out. They shuffle once in a while. One guy tries to fool the other guy as if he's going to go out, doesn't go. It's like, really? This is just lame. I think, basically, I think the idea is a good one, but what they need to do is implement a rule that basically dictates that they have to go. You can't just sit in the pit like that. Because it's really been, especially with the truck racing, it has been really bad this year. Every single qualifying I've watched was mainly staring at cars or trucks sitting in pit road.
Okay.
So there's got to be some way around that, like making a rule, like saying, hey, all right, you guys got 5 minutes, you got to go.
All right.
Something.
Agreed. I do agree with that. Looking on the other things was congrats to Johnny Sauter, fastest truck race in history. Agreed. That was.
That was taken from one of the announcers actually stated that according to what he has looked over statistically, that was the fastest truck race in history.
Wow.
Dude, the speeds in Michigan, I mean, they were just ridiculous.
217, I think, was the highest.
Yeah, that's not ridiculous.
No, it is.
I was gonna say, what's the fastest you've ever gone?
70, 80, 90. Anyways, the Nationwide Series, you just said good, clean race. Congrats to Chris Buescher, first Nationwide Series win. I'd have to agree. He did a great job on Saturday, defending the field and everything.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty calm race. It was. I was actually pretty surprised. It was not a whole lot of craziness or anything like that. It seemed very fluent, I guess is the best way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a true race fan, it was a good race. If one of the fans, wants to see the wrecking and everything else, it wasn't so much a race you want to watch.
Yeah. Looking to the Cup Series notes, practice speeds were just insane. Kyle Busch again in trouble early. We talked about that earlier, guys. His luck has to change soon. He's already in the chase.
Yeah, that's what I mean by his luck has to change soon, because I'd love to see him win the championship, although I definitely think it's almost being handed to Jeff Gordon at this point, but, obviously we'll see.
Yeah.
Everything changed when it comes down to the last 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he goes into the championship this way, with this kind of a track record, if you actually look, I think it was this is the third race in a row he failed to finish better than 39th. Before that was second,
Yeah.
and then it was 28th. Now, if he goes into the championship this way, he's done because of the elimination rules now, how they're going into that.
Yeah.
2 races, you're gone. I mean, you're done in the first 2 races, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, his luck has to change if he wants to stand any chance.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Then you just said congratulations to your third win, Jeff Gordon and crew. Strong all day. Agreed. The race-winning pass was on the same lap as the Indy win, with 17 to go.
Did you know that?
I did not actually, no.
Yeah, the only reason I know it, to be honest with you, is because they said something. I can't remember his name, but he got into the facts after the pass. Yeah, Jeff had still not won yet, but he still felt it necessary to mention that what Jeff Gordon's calling his pass of his career at Indy, it was exactly the same. It was 17 to go, and it was the same pass, same direction, same everything, from the outside.
Wow.
No, from the inside, right, from the inside to the outside, and then back down again to block the path.
Yeah.
Oh, Logano, yeah, exact same thing.
Wow.
It was literally, if you go back and you look at Indy, and then you look at this race, it was almost identical. Timing and all. It was pretty wild.
All right.
Because it on TV. I guess you didn't see it on TV?
No, I didn't catch it. Then one last note here. You just said new rules getting out. What should the penalty be? I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Was it Robert Pemberton?
Robin Pemberton.
Robin.
Yep.
Okay. Robin Pemberton had already said that that's left open and it's up to the discretion of NASCAR based on the degree of what they do, I guess. If you get out and you run out at the car or whatever and throw your helmet like Tony Stewart did so famously years ago, all that stuff, I guess it would be more extreme. I think it should be cut and dry. I think it should be as simple as you get out of your car and it ain't on fire, like today with, what's his name there, young kid?
Larson.
Yeah, Kyle Lawson. I mean, obviously, you got to get out of the car. But if it's not anything to that extent, my personal feeling, suspension one race, cut and dry.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens.
I know that's extremely damaging to a man's season, but that makes you think twice before you get out of the car in anger.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens, like I said.
And what just happened recently, and I'm starting to wonder whether or not this is going to be, career ending for Tony Stewart. I'm not sure. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but my personal opinion, this does not look good psychologically for him, and NASCAR really hasn't been sure how to handle it. So it's a serious situation. When a man loses his life because he does something as, wow, I want to be careful about this. I want to say as, it makes it as bad a decision as, I believe his name is Ward.
Kevin Ward, yeah.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, that's a bad situation when you lose your life for something to that extent. And quite frankly, I've watched it probably like you have a million times over and over again. With the way that the right tire sticks out and all of that, it was just a real bad idea for him to get out of the car at all.
Yeah.
And that just narrows it right down. So basically, what I say is, you make it cut and dry. You get out of your car without permission, you are suspended one race. End of subject. No other penalty needed.
Alright, well, like I said, we'll see what happens as far as NASCAR's ruling, when it does ever happen. But, so that's the end of your notes, really. If you want to take a quick commercial, we'll take a quick commercial break, then we'll come back for the points championship in the final lap. You want to stick around for that, or are you done?
You're welcome.
You'll stay?
Should I stay? Should I go? Yeah, of course I'll stay.
Alright, well, we're going to take a quick commercial break. On the other side of the break, we're going to have your points championship and the final lap, and then after that, we'll be done. So, we'll be right back. Welcome back live here to Racing Hotspot Weekend Roundup. Just closed out Dave on the screen. Let's take a quick look at our points championship here.
Even I didn't think that was a bad thing, but okay.
Points championship picks. We'll give you the winners. Kristen had Jeff Gordon for the win. Trooper had Kevin Harvick for the win. I had Junior for the win. Dave had Kyle Busch for the win. Joe had Jimmy Johnson for the win, and Art had Brad Keselowski for the win. Looking at how things stacked up, Christine won the race, having Jeff Gordon as the first place pick, plus she picked the winner of Jeff Gordon, so she got an extra 5 points, giving her 15 points. She won this week in Michigan. Trooper got 4th place, getting 4 points. I got no places, getting 0 points. Dave got 2nd place with 8. Joe had 5th place, equaling 2, and Art had 3rd place, equaling 6. To go to the standings real quick here, I'm going to use a DVD case as a mouse pad because the glass is not helping my cause here. Dave's trying to talk and it's blurting out.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened here. There we are, okay.
Alright, we don't see it anyway. Looking at the standings now, Art is still in the lead, but Joe is stalking him with now 12 points. Dave is in 3rd, 14 points back. I'm in 4th, 31 points back. Trooper's in 5th, 106 points. 52 points back. And my mom is in 6th with 62 points. And my mom now has 4 wins in the win category. So come chase time, my mom's going to be seated 3rd if she holds this. Kristen is the lead of the Rookie of the Year Challenge with 39 points. Trooper's in 2nd with 34. Art is in 3rd with 32. And Joe is in 4th with 17 points.
What, you want another one? I know.
Taking a... Sorry about the voices behind the camera. My grandmother and my great-grandmother they're in the audience this week. I've yet...
Live studio audience.
Live studio audience, yes. So, there you go. There are the standings. Let's just... Well, hold on. Would you like to say anything?
I haven't seen any of them.
What?
I said I actually can't see any of them.
Well, that's good. So would you like to say anything as far as the points championship before we move on to the final lap?
Well, I think I already did. In so many words, I'm thinking Jeff Gordon's got this year wrapped up.
Okay.
If I had to place my bets now, that's where it would be.
All right. Well, you're in 3rd place and stalking Joe.
Oh, you did Hockey Championship. I'm sorry.
Oh, yes.
No, I keep getting wrong.
Stop putting Kyle Busch's first.
I don't all the time. My mother always takes it away from me, and then he loses anyway.
Good point. Sorry, Kyle
So
Busch.
it's terrible, completely killing my driver's seat.
Kyle, I'm sorry if you watch this. My mom's jinxing you every week. moving on to the final lap. Next weekend we have a full show. IndyCar is Sunday 4 p.m. on NBC Sports Network.
It's gonna be the last.
Formula One is Sunday 8 a.m. on NBC Sports Network. The Red Bull Global Rallycross Series is racing Saturday 2:30 p.m. on NBC. The Duty United Sports Car Championship is Sunday 4 p.m. on Fox Sports 1. The NASCAR Camping World Truck Series is Wednesday night 8:30 p.m. on Fox Sports 1. They're racing at Bristol. The NASCAR Nationwide Series is Friday night ESPN 7:30 p.m. They're racing at Bristol. And the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series is Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. on ABC. They too are racing at Bristol. So,
We didn't see any of that. Where are the trucks?
Bristol.
Alright, so it's triple?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, that,
I see them on Facebook.
yeah, so what is your, any final thoughts before we say goodbye for the night?
No, nothing crazy about it, I suppose. I mean, obviously you have some up in the air stuff right now that's, people are still wondering what NASCAR's true intentions are going to be, and obviously it all stems off of the Kevin Ward incident. Yeah, on that, no, pretty much good. I thought it was a great weekend of racing.
Alright, well, that's going to do it for this week's show. Like I said, in the final lap, join us next weekend when we have a full show. All 6 series that we cover are racing next weekend. And I believe next weekend we'll be back in studio together for the last time before a couple weeks when you come down to Florida and I go back up to New Hampshire.
But actually, just an FYI, I'm flying out Monday, so we definitely need to do it Sunday.
Okay, easy enough. We can take care of that.
Good enough.
So yeah, next week we'll him and I will be in the same vicinity of each other, and then we switch. So until we see each other next weekend, when we recap IndyCar, Formula One, Rallycross, Duty United Sports Car Championship, and all of the NASCAR stuff. Have a good week, everybody, and yeah, goodbye, everybody.
Have a good night.